Alaikum, Namaste, and Sat Sri Akal, and welcome to channel Kashmir Last Guys, and that is your friend Kian, welcoming you again. So I have come here for a purpose. I'm recovering from the issues of COVID, and still there is a lot of dry cough and fever, but it's on and off. Thank you so much for praying. Thanks to Almighty Allah, and thanks to my sick brother, because of whom I got here. So I've come here to share my experiences of what I'm doing in quarantine, and these are important things. So pehle, let's talk about diet. Then I'll talk about masks. Then I'm going to talk about sanitizers, and the worst is stress management. And then we're going to talk about role of medicine and hygiene. Diet. The first and the foremost thing which comes in diet is what type of diet we need to eat. Most important factor first is hydration. Hydration is like it's important for cellular function. Okay. So अगर female है उसको 2 लीटर पानी पीना है दिन में, and for male 3 liters. Because it boosts your immunity. Let's talk about important vitamins, very known for their good functions. Let's talk about vitamin C. It helps us in repairing of growth of tissues, repair of tissues. There are 2 different types. First, vitamin C enabled vegetables, and then we will talk about fruits. So now let's begin with the vegetables first. Cauliflower तो आपको पता है, फूल गोभी. Then you have spinach, palak. Tomato means tomato, broccoli. Because broccoli is basically, it contains almost double the level of vitamin C. So that is what is in broccoli. So basically, they're good for you every day, and kind of a most important, like अगर winters में नहीं लेते हैं तो it helps cold flu जो होता है, it helps in that. So every food does not protect you, but it gives you a bit of immunity. That is requirement. That is the very first requirement in case of coronavirus. So let's talk about common household vegetable called spinach, like palak. Palak basically सबसे ज़्यादा क्यों है इसमें एक तो इसमें बीटा कैरोटीन्स होते हैं और ये एंटीऑक्सीडेंट है. That is very good, and it does have vitamin C properties. It helps the body to fight against infections, right? That is what palak can do for you. So भैया अगर palak है तो go for it. So guys, one more thing which is my favorite, like tomato. Futures of tomato. It helps you. Like in maintaining blood pressure. It also reduces the level of glucose if you are diabetic, and it has carotenoids. So और एक चीज़ है जो आप ये वाली पिक्चर देख रहे हैं, इसको कहते हैं विंटर स्क्वाश. Basically it is simply winter squash क्यों कहते हैं? Think about it. Why is the name winter squash? This is mostly eaten by the people in UK, US, and Kashmiri भी खाते हैं. So basically this is the best vegetable, which is like an entire squash of vitamin C. Nimbu, lemon. So guys, lemon is very effective. It also helps, but only when you can. There are hydration properties of lemon as well. It's good for your kidneys, but it also helps in case when you add honey to it, or you just put it in the lukewarm water. Not that lukewarm, it should be with hot water, and put some lemon spoons in it, a bit of lemon juice, and drink that in sips, like 10 to 15 cups अगर आप दिन में पिएंगे lemon के with hot water. Right, that would really boost your immunity. And fruits of vitamin C. कौन से fruits हैं जो vitamin C हमें देंगे? So let's talk about oranges. संतरे. Let's talk about avocado. So संतरे को आपको पता ही है संतरे हम कैसे खाते हैं. तो best is if you have rhinitis or allergy, try to put these oranges in hot water for at least 10 minutes, then take them out. And because some people have rhinitis or they have asthmatic issues, they cannot directly eat cold, and never eat cold oranges, please. So you can see in the picture, these are the oranges which you're watching right now. So they're a good source of vitamin C. I think it's pineapple. Pineapple, as you know, it's also a good source of vitamin C. Then you have a lot of kiwis. Let's talk about kiwis. आपने kiwis देखे होंगे. And there are strawberries, cranberries, and there is a grapefruit as well. So these are the things. These are the fruits which help you in increasing the immunity. Okay. Like vitamin D. D is meant for density. What does vitamin D do? Vitamin D is actually, it absorbs the calcium and also provides you bone strength. It gives you a bone density. So obviously when your body does coronavirus effect क्यों करता है? Because it lower downs your immunity, then you have body aches, headache, arthritic patients get affected, and like the calcium loss जिनमें ज़्यादा होता है, they get affected. So guys, vitamin D का जो source है, basically vitamin D में भी vegetables है. Starting with the vegetable means इसमें सबसे ज़्यादा आता है mushrooms, इसमें eggs आते हैं और fish. Fish is the topmost thing. And then if you want to go to the vegetable side तो है नहीं, but हाँ, soya milk. I hope you know the soya milk. That is the higher source of vitamin D. So basically mushrooms में क्या होते हैं? Beta glucans. They're very important. So beta glucans क्या करते हैं? वो strengthen करते हैं आपके immune system. Let's talk about egg. अब जो egg yolk होता है और entirely अभी egg की बात करो, basically it is only the source of vitamin D, right? So eggs से क्या होता है कि nutrition value बढ़ जाता है. Then you have the fish. What fish is now? Fishes provide you an open source of vitamin D. So I'll give you an example about the normal fish. Fatty fish. There is an example like tuna. There's an example for salmon and there's mackerel. These are the fishes. अब कश्मीर में ये सब चीजें नहीं मिलेगी, नॉर्मल मछली मिलती है भैया, तो वो ले आओ and eat it. It is an open source. Vitamin D milk से भी मिलता है. But let's talk about soya milk. वो 10 times better है normal milk से. It has the highest content of vitamin D. Because soya milk जो है इसमें soya beans होते हैं. When we mix the soya beans with water and grind it, it becomes soya milk. It is simple and clear. But there are still some vegetables which are important for antimicrobial properties. Let's talk about onion. अब आप तलेंगे उसको and you would fry these things, don't do it. It's better you eat onion like salad. So you can eat onion and garlic because they have antimicrobial and antioxidant properties. So guys, अगर मैं सबसे पहले बात करूँ onions की, onions basically वो चीज़ है जो आपको डिक्रीज करती है ट्राइग्लिसराइड्स इन योर बॉडी एंड कोलेस्ट्रॉल लेवल्स की, जिसकी वजह से हार्ट डिजीज कम होती है, ब्लड प्रेशर एलिवेशंस कम होती है. वो बहुत एक एंटी इन्फ्लेमेटरी प्रॉपर्टी है किसकी, ओनियन की. डोंट थिंक ऐसे ही कुछ है, तो ओनियन जितना आप खा सकते हैं दैट इज बेटर बिकॉज फॉर ब्लड प्रेशर पीपल एंड इट हेल्प्स एंड इट ऑल्सो हेल्प्स यू प्रोटेक्ट अगेंस्ट द ब्लड क्लॉट्स. को पता है ये गार्लिक, देन यू हैव जिंजर. जिंजर इज गुड फॉर हेल्थ. इट हेल्प्स यू for breathing. आपकी जो if you have chest, your chest is having wheezing issues like सांस लेने में तकलीफ है, try for black pepper and also for ginger. Like that is the best thing because ginger is an open source of antimicrobial stuff. Let's talk about masks, right? So there are basically 3 types of masks. First is basically a cloth mask which we make in homemade and use it. That is not recommended because ये भैया नॉर्मल फ्लू नहीं है. This is कोरोना वायरस, कोविड. एक चीज़ है, बहुत अच्छे से एक अच्छा कॉटन का कपड़ा ढूंढें, बहुत थिक बनाएं, and when you come from like you want to reuse it and then dip it in disinfectant, boil, autoclave कर लो, एक 100 डिग्री वाला एक पतीला ले लो, take a utensil and put a hot water in it, boil that water at least for 100 degree and dip. Keep this the cloth mask in it, add a bit of disinfectant, let it boil and take it out and soak it dry and use it again. So that will help you a bit, like it's okay. Now let's talk about surgical mask. So right now the surgical mask के लिए पहले आप ये picture देखें. The picture is these are green colored paper masks. Green, blue, these are used by surgeons just to make sure for protection of normal viruses, right? And it's for normal purpose. They use it inside the theaters or for surgical. Now let me show you something which is the only mask which is needed. That is called N95 respirator mask. Let me just show you this. This is called Procef filter. So this is the Procef filter and you can see these are the filters. ये droplet जो होता है जब somebody sneezes, the droplet becomes of heavy size. These droplets remain suspended in there and they can escape through the pores of clothes or anything. But this is basically इसमें high compound fiber cloth होता है which is carbonated kind of stuff. तो इसमें Procef के filters होते हैं. These are the Procef filters here and you can see. So they will help you in protection. There are a lot of colors in it. So there is this one. So let's talk about this. अब ये भी लोग बोलेंगे कि ये भैया N95 mask है. So because they have tried to not do something. But I think this is not that good because this is the cheapest level जो आपको 300-400 में मिलेगा. But this one is quite good which is around about ये एक्चुअली ये आपको 200 में मिलेगा जो यहाँ पे 400 में बिकता है, 500 में बिकता है. ये भी 100 का होगा जो 300-400 में अभी मिल रहा है. सो ले लो भैया, अगर मिल रहा है तो लो, नहीं तो गो फॉर क्लॉथ मास्क. बट दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Mask do not give you any kind of a guarantee. Go to the WHO right now and check with the precaution. Mask से कोई गारंटी नहीं है. Only N95 can save you. But yes, social distancing के वक्त क्या होता है कि mask is अगर आपके पास कुछ नहीं, क्लॉथ मास्क लगा लो ताकि एटलीस्ट जो आप मेंटेन कर रहे हो ना डिस्टेंसेस लोगों के बीच में, दैट विल हेल्प यू. सो दिस इज फॉर दैट रीजन टू कीप द फिजिकल डिस्टेंस. सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग में नहीं आप यहाँ एक भैया खड़ा दूसरा वहां खड़ा, यू हैव टू बेसिकली गो फॉर फिजिकल डिस्टेंसिंग. बट N95 is 95% resistant towards this kind of virus. But I will start with the worst thing which I have faced. So let's talk about sanitizers. If we talk about the hand washing, so there are different techniques of hand washing. अब आप ऐसे डाल देते हो पानी पहले. If you have hot water, that is best. Make sure you use a good amount of soap. अगर आपको sanitizer नहीं है, soap you should wash it like this. You know, you have to roll your wrist and then you have to intermingle your fingers and then you have to rub your hips one by one, your fingers, lacing जिसे कहते हैं. So you can check with the Google stuff like how to hand wash. So I don't want to talk about that. Let's begin with the sanitizers. अब sanitizers basically होते हैं, उसमें भी बहुत सारी किस्म होती हैं. Let's talk about sanitizers which are in need in case of coronavirus. 60% जिनमें अल्कोहल होता है, that is the only one which is effective. So 60% जिसमें लिखा हो 60% is the minimum requirement for such sanitizers. बाकी चलेंगे, but it is better to be on the higher note as well. Let's talk about what I'm talking. The first thing, we are fighting actually two things right now. The first, we're fighting the stupidity and then we're fighting the coronavirus. So I'm just in my home. It's not easy. You can't even step out to a different room. Quarantine and isolation. That is what even I have faced. I was like, मुझे बोलना है कि मुझे quarantine बोलना है कि मुझे I'm on self quarantine or I have to go for self isolation. So there's a big concept. Let's talk about these two things. Now let's look at the picture first. Basically, isolation and quarantine are both public health practices. So let's talk about isolation. It's just isolating. Suppose मेरे पास कोई चीज पड़ी है, I have to isolate these two objects. This is isolation. So isolation is to separate the contagious disease carrying person from the normal ones. Like मुझे बाकियों से isolate करना पड़ रहा है. That is called isolation. But now let's talk about quarantine. So what is quarantine? Means जैसे कि मैं, the people who do not know whether they are exposed or not, we're not sure, but they have symptoms, and the people who are already having a disease. So to restrict their movement outwards, we have to keep them in the quarantine so that either they die, पता नहीं मेरे साथ क्या होगा, or either they improve. So this is quarantine, right? I hope isolation और quarantine का सियापा ना हो. सब बोल रहे हैं we are in isolation, we are in self isolation. आधे जो बीमार वो भी होते हैं self isolation. यार it's quarantine. But if you are sticking in home, staying in different rooms, and isolation का बेस्ट चीज़ है भैया, खासकर गांव वाले लोगों के लिए प्लीज ये तेंदुआ वेंदुआ मत. यहाँ कश्मीर में ऐसे लोग हैं भैया, तेंदुआ देखने चले गए थे. अभी मैं पोस्ट चेक कर रहा था, किसी पुलवामा वाले गांव में कोई तेंदुआ लेपर्ड, देयर वाज अ लेपर्ड व्हिच वाज सीन इन द जंगल एंड द पीपल वर लाइक हैंग ऑन. यहाँ हम गला फाड़ रहे हैं यार, पूरी इटली गला फाड़ रही है, बट कश्मीर के पास 4G नहीं है भाई, वो तो मैं मानता हूँ, बट एटलीस्ट 2G के हमारे वो लोग एटलीस्ट व्हाट्सएप चेक कर रहे हैं एटलीस्ट. बट आई नो भैया, मैं माफी मांगता हूँ 4G. द क्वारंटाइन आई ट्राई टू टेक प्रिकॉशंस. मम्मी की मदद, डैड की दुआ. I'm just trying what? I'm just taking all the medications. I started with Monosep, but then I thought Ezi, but now I'm taking Zustam. And I'm taking, आपके पास अगर गला खराब है, वो म्यूकस सा जम रहा है, go for one thing that's called dextromethorphan की lozenges आती है. So make sure you use the sanitizer every now and then and go for lozenges. So then you have menthol vapors, so green color के vapors होते हैं, go for vapors. Use them, steam them. Like शाम को, सुबह को. It really helps your bronchial movement much smoother. And मुझे लग रहा था मैंने स्टीम 1-2 दिन से नहीं की थी, फिर से फीवर चढ़ गया, बट जब से करी I'm feeling better. Okay, मैं यहाँ पे बक करने चला आया. Then you also have to antibiotics. Let's talk about role of medicines. So WHO कह रहा है कि एंटीबायोटिक्स से ये फ्लू कंट्रोल नहीं होता, बिकॉज मैं 15 दिन से खा रहा हूँ भाई, तभी भी मुझे लाइट फीवर है, नहीं तो 1-2-3 दिन में 4 दिन में मैक्स हो जाता है, बट इट्स नॉट गेटिंग कंट्रोल. So there are a lot of things. You have to go for chicken soup, chicken broth, bone broth आप बना सकते हो, go for that. Lemon and honey use करो and put them in a glass, hot water. Lemon and honey is okay. सुबह शाम पीते रहो sips में, गर्म पानी पियो, gargles. Either you go for normal saline with a bit of sodium, सोडा जो होता है घर में, saline नमक. So go for the gargles. Either you have to buy a Vocadine and chlorhexidine are for mouthwashes. Chlorhexidine mouthwash को गले में नहीं डालो भाई लोग. आधे लोग तो वो पता नहीं क्या क्लोरोहेक्सिडिन जो ब्लू वाला होता है माउथ वॉश वो ले लेते हैं एंड दे आर थिंकिंग दैट इससे तो गार्गल करनी है. सो प्लीज इससे नहीं गार्गल्स होती है. गार्गल्स बिकॉज रेस्पिरेटरी ट्रैक जो इट्स फुल ऑफ स्कैमस सेल्स एंड बहुत सॉफ्ट टिश्यू है, बेसिकली इट इज मेंट फॉर वोकाडीन. सो गो फॉर वोकाडीन विच इज लाइक बीटाडीन का एक लोअर वर्जन है विच इज मेंट फॉर गार्गल्स. लॉट ऑफ इंट्रा ऑरल कैविटी इन्फेक्शंस के लिए गो फॉर वोकाडीन. पुट दैट इन like bit of like जैसे थोड़े से डिप्स कर दें, उसमें से ड्रॉप्स ऑफ कोकोडीन डाल दें और गर्म पानी में गरारे कर लें। सो गाइस दैट वाज इट एंड होप आई वुड बी एबल टू रिकवर फाइन एंड आपका प्यार चाहिए। आई एम सो थैंकफुल टू द पीपल हु आर वाचिंग माय वीडियोस। माय वीडियोस आर नॉट गुड, आई नो, I don't have big gadgets, but I have a one hope that I would be able to spread love and peace from Kashmir to the world. And no more politics. This channel is not for politics, guys. Mujhe baat do. And press the bell icon and subscribe. You can also catch us on the Instagram, and we'll be back. And there is, pata nahi what I would do, what will happen with me, but there will be the next vlog that how I am fighting with the COVID. So that is my story of every day of life which I am living. But trust me, coming here and talking to you is something which makes me feel better and I hope I am better because I am feeling bit better. And please दुआ करें दुनिया के सब इंसानों के लिए ये अच्छा रहे, हम सर्वाइव कर पाएँ। गरीब है, मुसीबतों में है, अल्लाह उनको खाना नहीं है। शुक्र अल्लाह का, मेरे पास ये माँ बाप की छत है, अल्लाह की थोड़ी छत है मेरे पास जिसमें मैं खा पी रहा हूँ। शुक्र, आधे लोगों के पास ये भी नहीं है। बट खुदा याद रखो, इंसानियत याद रखो। एंड मुझसे अगर कुछ गलती हो, मैं अपने दोस्तों से, अपनी फैमिली से, अपने दुश्मनों से माफ़ी मांगता हूँ। मेरी तरफ से अगर कुछ हुआ होगा, यू नेवर नो, लाइफ इज़ वेरी शॉर्ट, आई हैव टू लिव वन। आई डू नॉट नो वेदर आई वुड बी एबल टू गेट आउट ऑफ दिस फीवर एंड ड्राई कफ, बट चलिए, होप है कि शायद आई मेक इट। एंड अपना ख्याल रखें एंड कीप प्रेसिंग द बेल आइकन, सब्सक्राइब आवर चैनल एंड लॉट्स ऑफ लव फ्रॉम कश्मीर एंड माई ब्रदर, माई टीममेट्स।